everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Shilowe and I'm 53, and I am door dashing and doing Instacart right now to help my family make ends meet until I can get a job with my PhD. And you can learn more about our story in the introductory video, which is linked in the description. I'm laughing because I sound like a robot to myself because I keep saying that over and over. Anyway, I just started my dash. It is almost 11 o'clock. I just dropped the boy off at work. He works until 4:30, so I'm planning on working until about 4 or so. It's almost my Friday because I work Sunday to Thursday. And it's Wednesday, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the burnout. Anyway, I am currently on Earn by Time right now on DoorDash because it was available and my acceptance rate tanked yesterday, as you will all have seen in the video that comes out today. It was a horrible DoorDash day. Thankfully I made some on Instacart, and hopefully I can do that again on Instacart if there's good orders. Right now there's one order, but it's a Costco, and I'm not going into Costco for $8.96. No way. I'm not. No. You're gonna have to pay me way more than that to walk in, just to walk into Costco. I don't like Costco. I only go when I have to, and I get in and out as quickly as I can. And I learned by doing my first Costco Instacart, and all it was like some flowers, some roses, that I thought there was a good order, but it's going 64 miles. You can't use self-checkout at Costco. So I had to stand in a very long line carrying my one bouquet of flowers. Nobody let me go ahead of them with their carts full. Like, it would have taken me less time to get through if somebody had let me go ahead of them than it took to put their items on the, rolly thing. But nobody let me go ahead of them. So I waited in line for several minutes. So now that I know that, especially that I could potentially have to stand in a very long line, yeah, it's gonna have to pay. I will not do small shops at Costco unless it still pays. That one paid a little over $10, and it didn't go very far. So anyway, all right, I'm just gonna see how this dash goes today. So far, absolutely nothing. That's great. No DoorDash, no Instacart. Well, I just got this order on DoorDash. It is Wingstop and Panda Express, and if it's the Panda Express in Kennewick, it means I'm going to be going into the mall. Now, normally I would say absolutely not. But since I'm getting paid by time, if they want to pay me to park and walk all the way into the mall to the Panda and back, then I will. And I will not rush. I will not, walk like a speed demon. I will just walk normal. So first is Wingstop. So I just had to turn around. I just passed Wingstop, so we're gonna grab that first, and then we'll see how this goes. Alright, so this is not going
Drive north,
to the
then turn
Panda
right.
at the mall. It is going to the Panda in Richland. So we're heading to Richland. And then both deliveries are in Richland. So. Apparently I'm just supposed to hand it off to security up here. This is the opposite side of the building I'm used to.
Turn left onto Swift Boulevard.
Wonder what's going on. Fire truck right there. Weird spot to be. There's fire trucks at the end of the road too, like where it dead ends, and an ambulance staged. I wonder what's going on. I'm curious if there was any tip on either one of those. I'm guessing at least one of them did not have a tip. Because that took a bit of time. And it still paid like $10 and not any more than that. Editing me will find out and put it down below. As always. Okay, I got another DoorDash from Golden Taco. And I forget how many miles. A decent amount of miles. Let's see if this one has any tip attached to it. Hopefully. Taking us all the way to West Richland.
Drive north, then turn left onto Lee Boulevard.
I am guessing there is probably very little, if any, tip involved with this one because it's a tiny, like, order. Like, it's not very big. I don't know what he ordered. Oh, a torta. That's it. A torta. And it's going 5.5 miles. Well, we got a train situation.
In a half mile, turn left onto Van Giesen Street.
Might delay us for a little bit. Oh well. It's right beside us. They got a bunch of cones up here. What's going on? Listen, I can turn right here, right? Blocked off one of the turn lanes.
Turn left onto Van Giesen Street. State Route 224.
You hear it? I'll show you. There it is. It's not a very long one though. But it be going slow.
There's an order on Instacart right now, $4.08 to go to Yolks for 7 items and 8 units and take it 2 miles. I don't understand. It says no tip. Continue for 1 mile. But I don't even understand how Instacart thinks anybody is going to go into the store to do a shop for $4. Just the delivery alone, like just to make the delivery alone, is not worth $4. Never mind the time it takes to go to the store,
I got another order on DoorDash. It's 2 pickups, fizz drinks, and then a burger place. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look again. The next pickup is Doggy Style Gourmet, and it's that burger food truck I thought it was, and it's 11 minutes away, all the way in Richland, and I'm in West Richland right now. Okay, so that one was pretty good. Now I have this one. As soon as I completed that one, I got this next one. Man, this is a tight squeeze in here. It's going pretty far. All the way back to Kennewick, so.
Thank you.
I think I have to grab a photo. It's done, and the pay was okay. It wasn't great for how many miles it went, for sure. So I don't know what kind of a tip was attached to that. But I also know that there is an Arby's in Kennewick, so I'm not sure why it came all the way from Richland. That's kind of sucky for the customer, because even though it's in the hot bag, you know it's not gonna stay super hot when it's a 20-minute drive. Like, there's an Arby's in Kennewick, which would be more like probably a 10-minute drive, because they're way out here. It's like industrial Kennewick, way up above. You know, anyway. Sucks for the customer. It kind of sucks for the driver. There's construction here too. There's detours, so I'm gonna have fun figuring out how to get back into town. Never been here before. Isn't that nice? Parking spot taken. I'm on with support because this place said their deli is closed and they can't fill the order. So the customer said he's been trying to order for a couple days and this keeps happening, and I just told him I just talked to somebody. The deli's been closed since Tuesday. They said they updated DoorDash, but clearly orders are still getting made. So we'll see what happens. All right, they compensated me with $3.50, so I need to close this out and make sure that I'm unassigned from it. Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. Oh, here comes another order. Whoa, 11 miles. Where is this going? Ooh. That's going really far. Is it? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna take it. All right, 11.4 miles for this one. And I don't even know where this place is. Let's see if there's a wait.
Hola, how are you?
Hi. There was no wait. Oops. See if it keeps it warm. Another 19-minute delivery. I hope this isn't too far out though. Hello. Hopefully it's oh, it's still hot. Nice. You are way out here. Yeah. Pin number for me. 5462. All right. Let's make sure. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I need to take a break and eat, break my fast. But I don't want to hit pause yet because I'm way outside of a zone. I mean, they're not going to give me an order because they're not going to pay me to go that far. I laugh so that I don't lose my mind. Okay, I had something to eat. I got myself a couple of chicken thighs, some carrots, and cheese curds. And now I got an order. I'm getting $19.25 an hour right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Drive east.
I forgot.
Then turn right.
Anyway, I forgot it's peak pay right now.
Road.
Since I'm on hourly, I get $19.25 an hour. Let's hope that's better than the stupid $1 per order extra pay. this order, and it's from Cozy Cup, which is way over on Keene Road. I'm surprised they sent this to me on Earn by Time, because let's see,
Drive
it's
southwest
6 minutes
on
away.
Comstock Street, then turn
How
left
much time
onto
are they
George
giving me to
Washington
get there?
Way.
Pick up by 2:43 and it's 2:37. I'm surprised, honestly. I don't think I've ever gotten an order from that far away on Earn by Time. Somebody got pulled over and now there's a second police involved. I have a story for you guys about that. Let me wait until I'm on the delivery because I'm gonna be getting on the freeway here in a second. Just to keep you intrigued, the story is about the time I got arrested. Please stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna see if this is ready yet. Remember, this is the place that usually has a long wait. Looks like it's there. Alright, so this story. So when I was, a few months pregnant with Quinn, I had just left my friend's house, and Rain was only, 4 years old? I was driving down in between neighborhoods, and it was like a, I think it was still a 2-lane road. I don't think it was 4. But anyway, I thought the speed limit was 30, and it wasn't. It was 25 for some reason. And so I got pulled over for going, I think I was going 32. Again, I thought the speed limit was 30. And he gave me a ticket, and it was right before we were leaving to go out of town for over a week. And unfortunately,
In a quarter mile, enter the roundabout and take the second
I
exit
forgot
onto
about the
Queensgate
ticket.
Drive north.
So we go on our trip and come back, and life is busy. This was in October, somewhere around October, and Quinn is due in March. Anyway, so we're just, going on with life, la-di-da. Quinn's born, still going on with life. At some point that late summer, I think, and I could have the timeline off. It was so long ago, obviously. I got a letter from the DMV, and I thought it was for my license renewal because I knew that was coming up. So I didn't open it. I just thought I knew what it was. Don't do that. Anyway, so later on that fall, I left the house to go get milk. That's all I was doing. I was just getting milk. No big deal. And then I thought, well, I'm going to go get some donuts from Spud Nuts as well. So I passed the store, and it was like 10:30 in the morning. And I apparently passed a school zone that was flashing. I don't know why it was flashing at 10:30 in the morning, because there was no half kindergarten anymore. Anyway, I just didn't see it. It was one small sign with one blinking light, and it was kind of behind a tree. So if you looked down as you were passing it, you wouldn't see it. Anyway, going probably 25 through there, and I got pulled over. And when he pulled me over, he asked, if I knew why he pulled me over, and I didn't. I was going 25 in a 35 mile an hour zone, so I didn't. I told him no, I didn't know. And he informed me that I went through the school zone. I did not even see the light flashing. So he takes my license and registration and goes back, and he's back there for a while. I'm like, what is taking so long? Well, then another police car pulls up, and I'm like, what is going on? So then they come over, one on one side, one on the other, and they asked me if I was aware that my license was suspended. And I said, no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Columbia Center Boulevard.
Of course I tell them, no, I have no idea, what you're talking about. So then they look it up, and it says it's for an unpaid speeding ticket. And mind you, I completely forgot about that ticket. And I'm trying to, recall it. I've had a baby by now. And I was in the hospital for a week with his birth because I had a blocked intestine. It was like a whole thing. Anyway, if you have kids or if you've had a baby, you understand. So I am trying to think what he's talking about. And he tells me the date of the ticket. And I'm still and then it dawns on me. And then I'm like, oh, yep, I completely forgot about that. Well, I don't know if he was training somebody or what, but he decides that he is going to arrest me. And that's when I lost it, because Dave is at home with Rain, who's young, and Quinn, who is a baby. I was only supposed to be gone, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so. And I immediately tell them that, because I don't know what they mean by arrest. I thought they meant they were going to take me to jail. And I'm bawling at this point. I'm freaking out. I have no idea what is happening. And so they asked me to get out of the car and put my hands behind my back. They put handcuffs on me. And then they took me to the car. And while he's doing this, he says, I'm going to assume by the way you're reacting, you've never been arrested before. Yeah, I've barely been pulled over before. I hadn't had very many speeding tickets at that point. Anyway, so they put me in the back of the police car handcuffed. Let me tell you, it's not very comfortable. And they searched my car, tore it apart. That's why I don't know if it was a training session. But anyway, obviously they didn't find anything because I didn't have anything. And then he comes back over and gets me out of the police car and starts taking my picture, like a mugshot basically. And I'm bawling through the whole thing because I still don't understand what's happening, and I didn't know that they weren't actually taking me to jail. They were processing me right there, and then they said I needed to get a ride home. And I'm like, there is nobody that can come and get me right now. And so I ended up getting a ride from the police officer. He had to take me home because I explained the situation, with Dave being at home with the kids. So yeah. And then I ended up going to court, and the judge was ridiculous. So I'm in court with a bunch of DUIs, mostly DUIs, and I just forgot to pay a speeding ticket, and my speeding was
7
7 miles over when I thought I was 2 miles over. But anyway, when it was my turn, and mind you, I had a sling at the courthouse because he's still breastfeeding and I couldn't leave him. I didn't know how long I was going to be gone at court. So I had to wait outside the courtroom until it was time for...
Turn right onto South Young Place. Then 503 South Young Place will be on the left.
For them to call me... Okay, please hold. I get up there and the judge does all his stuff. How do you plead? The advisor there told me to plead guilty, otherwise it would go to trial or something like that. So I did what he said, and then he was like reprimanded me, lectured me, and then he was like something like recommended is 90 days jail, something. And then, so I'm like, he is not sending me to jail for 90 days. The way he was saying it seemed like he was. Then he said 90 days suspended. And then, I think 2 years probation. And he didn't want to see me in his court again. That's what he said to me. I'm like, and I could hear all of the other cases, even though I was outside the doors. He didn't say that to anybody else. None of the DUIs that he was hearing. He told me he didn't want to see me in court again. And if I got a ticket in that 2 years, then I would be going to jail. I was like, are you actually kidding me? And my fines were over $3,000 that I had to make payments on. Anyway, it was a horrible lesson to learn. Don't forget about a speeding ticket. So don't have mom brain, you know. Anyway, I had really bad PTSD every time I saw a cop from that point for many years. My heart would start racing. I was like a nervous wreck every time I saw police. Thankfully, I didn't get pulled over again until it was during COVID, because I didn't realize our tabs expired because we didn't get notification. And when he pulled me over and told me he pulled me over because of the tabs, and I was like, we never got a notification or anything. And he said because of COVID, they suspended the notifications. And they also suspended writing tickets for them because it was taking so much longer for everybody to get their tabs. Because there was no in-person, anyway, that was obviously, I think it was 2020 at some point during that year. So I went a long time without getting pulled over. Because again, I don't get speeding tickets. I'm not typically a speeder. Anyway, it's probably a long story and I'll probably have to do a lot of editing because of Miss GPS. Alright, now I got a Chick-fil-A, and I'm right next to Chick-fil-A on purpose. I figured I would eventually get, and it says 1925 in active hours, so they must adjust it or something. So I'm gonna stay parked here because yeah, the parking lot is really busy. Oops, wrong glasses. Was very clearly a no-tip order, and unfortunately not worth bringing it out here, but whatever. I'm in Pasco again. And I'm gonna head out of Pasco unless I get an order. I only have a little less than an hour left before the boy is off, and then he has to get to karate. And I'm gonna go live. So I did not make it out of Pasco. I got another order from Subway, which is 3 minutes away. On this order, and it's a retail pickup from Albertsons or Safeway, going another 8 miles. I don't know where it's going to, but it's probably going to be my last order, the last two. I need to go look and see where the second order's
In
going.
a quarter mile.
So that last order was complete crap. No tip on either one, and the flour order, disaster. It was so far out, and then the pavement suddenly ended and I had to hit my brakes, and the arrangement tipped over and all the water fell out. So I had to tell her what happened and that she'll just have to put more water in it. And yeah, it said it was a replacement from the merchant, so I don't know what happened, but there was no tip attached. So it was just an awful, awful order. But you know what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? On my way to get the boy, and I'm gonna be late. But I mean, he's not usually ever out right on time. It takes him a little bit, but I'm probably going to be even later than that. I just hope he's not late getting to karate. I'm glad this day is almost done. I'm tired. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. Please hit the like and subscribe, and hype it if you can, the video. And I really appreciate you guys doing all that. Yeah, I'll just see you in the next video. Bye.